Welcome, my name is Draft Raw, and if you've been following me, I am doing a 32 for 32 series. That is 32 NFL team drafts for 32 straight days. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the Washington Redskins. Now, to give you what's been going on, I've already done the NFC North, and I've already done the AFC North. And right now, I'm in the NFC East. And I've already done the Cowboys, the Philadelphia Eagles, and the New York Giants. So today's video will be the last team in the NFC East, and that is the Washington Redskins. If you're watching this video, it is Monday, May 11th. And I told y'all I'm putting out 2 videos today, so this is the first one. The second one that should be coming out will be about the New England Patriots, because after the NFC East, I'll be going to the AFC East. So without further ado, let's just get started with the very first pick in the draft. Not the draft period, but for the Washington Redskins, they decided to choose defensive end / edge rusher from Ohio State, Chase Young. Now, Chase Young is a local boy from Maryland. I believe it's upper Marlboro, Maryland. So it's not that far away from like FedEx Field, Landover, Maryland. It's not that far away. I'm from Maryland myself. I'm from Baltimore though, so I'm a Ravens fan. But I know. Anyway, they decided to choose Chase Young. Chase Young is possibly the best player in this draft. Now, personally, I had Jeff Okudah as the best player in this draft. Okay, Chase Young is in my top 5 though. Actually, Chase Young is probably number 2. Chase Young is just he's an absolute monster. This guy can do everything that you really, really look for. Stopping the run, he probably needs a little bit of work when it comes to stopping the run, but he is an absolute monster as a pass rusher. Just looking at my notes here a little bit, he can, like I said, he can pretty much do a lot of the things that you want him to do when it comes to pass rushing. The way he uses his hands, whether it's swim technique or rip technique, or all of those type of techniques that he can use with his hands, he usually can. But at most, he usually beats players with his speed to power move. His get-off is one of the best get-offs you're going to see, and then he's a very powerful guy. I mean, this guy's about 6'4", 6'5", 260 pounds, and he's carrying a lot of strength and a lot of weight to him. So when he comes off, and then he stabs a guy with his hands, and then he's able to really dip around the corner and be able to use that speed to get around, to get to the quarterback, that is his best attribute. And that's something that, y'all already have Montez Sweat, who I think is a pretty solid player. Y'all also have Ryan Kerrigan, who's one of the better just all-around edge rushers in terms of he can stop and run and rush the passer. And now you add this guy, y'all got pretty much what the 49ers had last year. It's going to be a car race. Like, it's like, these guys will go and they will get you what you need for the Washington Redskins when it comes to rushing the passer. With the very next pick, they had in the 3rd round. I'm not sure what they used their 2nd round for. Anyway, with the very next pick in the 3rd round, they was able to choose Antonio Gibson, Memphis wide receiver. Now, when I was watching the tape on him, just reading my notes here, he was a very smart wide receiver. He was an offensive gadget, obviously. He had elite speed. But the thing about him is that he was an okay receiver, but he was a dynamic running back. And the reason why I said receiver is because when I was studying him, I was studying him as a receiver. When I went back to study his tape a little bit more, and I believe Roger Goodell said this because I think this is how y'all going to use him. Y'all said y'all going to use him as a running back. This guy is probably the most dynamic running back in this draft besides J.K. Dobbins. I mean, it was crazy to see the type of plays that he had, the type of plays that he did in this draft. I mean, during the season. It was two different games. I think one was Cincinnati, the other was SMU. I mean, he would just break the tackle and just go. This guy, and I mean, it was more than one tackle. And then he would make his little cut here and there, and then he'd just be gone, headed to the end zone, 60 yards down the field. This guy is, like I said, one of the most dynamic running backs in this draft. And I think that y'all got yourself one. I really do. I think y'all already have Darius Geis, who I was a big fan of Darius Geis, but he's been hurt quite often. Now y'all got yourself, so y'all got your power guy. Now y'all got yourself this dynamic speed guy, elite type of speed guy that's going to be able to make plays for y'all and be able to really grow that offense a little bit more, especially for a guy like Dwayne Haskins. With the very next pick y'all had in the 4th round, y'all chose Sadiq Charles, LSU left tackle. I didn't watch Sadiq Charles before the season, right? Before the draft, right? And, it was a situation where I can't watch every single player. I can watch as many players as I can. I got stuff that's going on in my life too. You know what I mean? Y'all feel me? Like I got a wife, I got a baby. I got work. You see what I'm saying? I work. So I wasn't able to watch every single player in the draft, obviously. But when I went back to watch Sadiq Charles tape, I would just tell y'all got rid of Trent Williams. Y'all will be okay. You will be okay with Sadiq Charles. And I'm telling you, this guy can be a plug-and-play left tackle today. I'm not playing. This is probably one of the first times that I'm looking at the draft class of a Washington Redskins team and think that y'all may have done the best job in this draft. Now, I think the New York Giants did pretty good as well. And the Dallas Cowboys was not that bad as well. Philadelphia was kind of... it's not as bad as what people are saying, but they was, I don't think it's as good. Y'all may have the best, at least the starting part of y'all draft. When it comes to y'all, like, the first 3-4 picks, y'all have it. Like, this is a really, really good team. And it's a really, really good draft. And I think y'all did something in this draft. Kudos to Washington Redskins. Because yeah. Yeah. With the very next pick, y'all decided to choose one of the most, I wouldn't say polarizing, but one of the most interesting prospects in this draft. And that was Antonio Gandy Golden from Liberty. I don't know if he's a local guy, technically. I don't know if he's from Virginia or anything, but I do know Liberty is in Virginia, and I do know y'all practice in like the Virginia area. So this may be another quote-unquote local type of person. But he's big but nimble. He has good hands. He's a very underrated route runner. And he reminds me a lot of Kenny Galladay. And it's kind of crazy, I watched him before the draft, that Kenny Galladay went into the 4th round. And this is a guy who's a 4th round pick, and that's who he reminds me of. I think that Gandy Golden has the ability to be Galladay. Sorry, not say Galloway. He has the ability to be Galladay. The thing is that he's going to need to work on... It's just getting better at being a route runner. I think that he has the ability to separate because he has some speed to him. I think that he has really, really good hands. He just needs to get better at being able to create moves as he's running routes. The head fakes, the separations that he could get by using his elbow and stuff like that. Those little nuances to become a better receiver. That's what he needs to learn how to do. But he's one of the most athletic guys you're going to see. If you saw the package that they had during the draft session, I think it was the day of the 1st or 2nd round. This guy, probably the 2nd round, the backflips that he was doing, you see the natural athleticism. And this is a guy that is smart, and when he puts his mind to it, he can do anything. So y'all may have gotten yourself one choosing Antonio Gandy Golden. With the very next pick in the 5th round, y'all decided to choose San Diego State center, Keith Ishmael. I don't know who y'all center is right now. I just will say this, that he's a center that needs really good guards beside him because he's not overly strong. He's not overly quick. He's just a pretty average center that he's not going to just get beat. You know what I mean? He snaps the ball, he just beat. But he's one of those guys that, he's going to need a little occasional help here and there because he's not going to hold his own all the time against definitely really, really good or strong and powerful or quick defensive tackles. or nose tackles. But I can say this is a solid pick for the Washington Redskins. If he's a guy that y'all feel as though will be our future starting center, he's just a guy that I would say he'll probably need a year or two before you put him out there. But he should be an okay, solid player. With the very next pick, y'all chose Michigan linebacker Kaleke Hudson. Trash. I don't want to go into it. So we're just going to go to your next pick. And that was 7th round pick, Cameron Curl. Sometimes he takes poor angles when it comes to run support. He's not overly physical or aggressive. I think that I seen some aggressiveness when he tackled a couple of guys and was trying to strip the ball out, and he did. It's a little weird because it's not something like he's not a natural like make you fumble guy. He's one of those guys that if his teammates hold you up, he's the one that's going to literally go for the ball, and he's going to use all his might to strip it away. But I think overly aggressiveness is that in certain times he kind of just jogs to the running back and not actually shoot to the running back. And physicality, sometimes it plays a part of him not being as, and that's what part of the physicalness is with the lateral aggressiveness that he kind of lacks a little bit. Another thing that I noticed when watching this tape, there was some, like I said, taking the bad angles, but I thought that his range as a free safety was pretty average. There's some plays where it seemed like his range is great, but in those plays, he's already kind of going to that side of the field, and it's not like it's a situation where he's kind of making that break right before the ball. He's kind of making that break when the ball snapped. You know what I mean? So the range is not. He has to be in the right position. He's not and know the play. He's not like the greatest rangy guy, but he is still a solid player. And he's going to probably give y'all more things that y'all can see on special teams. But maybe there's a chance for him to be a starter. Maybe not this year, but maybe next year. There's a chance for him to really improve in the beast of mine. And then with the very last pick is James Smith-Williams. The problem with him from NC State, there wasn't a lot of tape on him, but I do think he was a solid player in terms of some of the stuff that I saw. It wasn't exactly highlight videos, but I did see one tape of him back in 2018. That was only really there, and then, like I said, it was highlight. So there wasn't a lot to really go off on because I like to look at the tape the year of their draft because if you look at the tape for the year before, it's a different player most of the time. So that's how I look at it. So you know, he's a solid player, but there's a reason why he was a 7th round pick. Yeah, I don't know. He's one of those guys that maybe a year or two with development as a situational designated pass rush guy, he can give something to the Washington Redskins. But right now, I don't think you're going to get as much as, you know, obviously he's a 7th round pick, so you probably won't get as much anyway, but you won't really get much at all. Anyway, that was the very last pick in this draft. Sorry, I thank anybody for watching this video. Like I said, this is my 32 for 32 series. That is 32 NFL team drafts for 32 straight days. This is the last team in the NFC East. If you want to know about future videos, look in the description box below. Even past videos, look in that description box below. I got everything, especially for the 32 for 32 series. Once again, my name is Draft Raw. I thank everybody for watching. Goodbye.